17 Americans is a juggalo. Donate 25 cents.
No, we don't have to.
No. Alright. Which one you want?
I'm in a relationship.
You want you want good old North?
Ah! Never remember.
Yup. Okay, I just want to make sure this isn't turbo loud.
Oh, that. I'm sorry.
Do that.
I was trying to see how I can spike the audio.
Up. Push about to turn master down a bit, cause that's really fun.
Shake like a dog, cause I have some joints.
No! What's there? Fucking kryptonite? Goddamn!
Nate's funny when he's mad.
I was just like, what the fuck is there? There's
Unless he's mad at you.
A little less. It's gonna get cold and you're so fucking fast, dude.
God.
Trust me.
My
Yeah,
God.
there you go. I'm telling you, dude, this room is the worst to keep down.
It's fine. I'm wearing a sweater.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck. Alright, so we're rolling there. Obviously rolling there because it's big blue. Alright, so we're basically ready to intro then.
Yep. You ready? I have an idea of what I want to say, but I don't know about you. You are the host, so...
Yeah, I would say you can just say whatever. I'm just going to be kind of, not dry with it, but like,
okay.
Fuck. Right to the point. Or so look at this camera. I'm thinking this one's more of like a secondary, just because it's like there.
Right.
That one. Okay. We'll try to do a big sync then real quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know we're going to have to sync that camera again later because it's probably going to die or something at some point. So we just got to keep checking it.
Yeah. Can you see I see the red light. Okay, so I'm aware of the red light's existence.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is that too low, you think, now? Or
Which one?
the Audacity?
No, not at all.
You sure?
Yeah, it's going past -18. That's how I always mix it in Eldritch Journeys and Puzzle Valley.
Okay, so it's tight?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, I just usually like the orange to be bigger orange.
Bigger.
Fuck. I don't know. I'm like, oh, it's not. Yeah, like that. There you go.
That just does
perfect. All right. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Paint. It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time. I forgot I was looking at this camera. All right. Maybe we should do that again because I was supposed to be looking at this camera.
No, you think we're keeping it?
Okay,
it's paint.
Well, because I was looking at the wrong one, but so we've got the 4K camera here ripping, and we've got Audacity rolling with the mics, and then we've got my regular camera there. If you see it glitch, whatever, it's just kind of cool. Screen grab it. Today's topic seems to be we're painting about paint.
What?
You remember I just went out and smoked again.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay,
we're painting with music.
Hey, camera guy
music. Because I talked to this one for
No,
all
we're
the
not
time.
even painting music.
I meant to say we're talking about music.
Okay, so the topic today is music. We have like several things that we have on bullet points here that we want to touch on, and we have like stuff. So we're gonna
paper.
We're going to try and stay on track here and actually have a theme of what we're going about. It's about music. Me and Nate love music differently, in different ways.
Yeah.
I'm more of a cinematic music of like how it's done well in a narrative and stuff like that. I do like music as is, but I like music videos in my head. And you are everything else.
No, I mean, I do that stuff too. I do the music videos in my head too, actually.
Yeah, well, you're also, but like
There's
you
so
are
much.
everything about music. There's so much about music.
Yeah, pretty much like every aspect of music I've dipped my grubby little paws into.
See, and that's what we're gonna talk about.
Oh, we should say the paint one first so we can actually start painting, too.
True.
Well, we're talking about music, and we're going to be painting, like, art. And it's something from Punkinnonstop as a channel entity, IP, and then something from Gimmick, Eldritch Journey, Splathouse Ideas.
Oh,
right?
Oh, you got all of those. Yeah.
They're on my brain on repeat.
Yes.
Just all the fucking time. Wait, shout out to my own tattoo.
Oh, and that
Puzzle Valley.
puzzle. Oh yeah, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
You can actually see it on there.
I don't know why I was recording. Here, I'm just gonna get some B-roll off of my phone, and I'll
Okay,
send
remember to
this
send
to
it,
you.
yeah.
Send this, and then back to you. Let me see your Puzzle Valley, baby.
Oh, and back here, we got just show this real quick for the end of the chaos on this camera because we can see it kinda.
Right.
We've got the original red. You can name it whatever you want. I call it red. I'm sorry. He caught me off guard because it's just all red. So it's art is art. I just didn't expect that. That's not in a bad way.
And
I just genuinely didn't know what he was painting.
Cut back to your first face in paint when you finally see it, and it's so like muted because you're clearly trying to mute when we're in the most depressing time of our lives, and so it's kind of stuck with us and stuck with a lot of people. And it's Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, I haven't got to watch that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's I haven't watched that show, so I don't know if there's a reference in here at all.
There
or
is a
not.
lot. As you look,
It wasn't. It's not that it's bad or anything. It just caught me off guard because I'm like I painted JonTron and Star Fox, but
red JonTron. But yours looks so good. It looks like an angel with wings, but it's JonTron.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you said the wings, and then like the pattern here kind of is too.
Yeah. So it's cool. We did two different things. This one I messed up on because I don't know how to watercolor. I still like it for what it is, and I like it being called red because that's just your joke about it. Didn't you put it on an artificial intelligence thing where it named the art thing?
No, that was Pokemon Channel. Pokemon Channel hasn't aired yet. Don't know when this is coming out, but it was Smeargle's art gallery. When you enter the doors, you see a painting, your painting at the very base, the end of the hall where Smeargle is. I, by hand, frame by frame, motion tracked that onto the painting, and then the painting in game, I had named it Red because I just drop filled red because the real GameCube that I use it on doesn't like the paint program in that game for some reason. So,
well, all right, and. Just because I like to give Nate more stuff to do, I've also decided that we're going to use the audio and have a little fun time with it. Thank you, Nate.
for like a little bit of it.
All of it.
Here Did you hang up another tag?
Here we go, baby.
Perfect. Oh, the window's open now too. Oh, Lil Bub's fucking getting me, bro.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can I have my paint?
We're gonna leave this a little more chaotic, maybe. Fuck it.
Maybe just a little. That was very funny. I'm sorry.
All
Paint
right.
is supposed to be calm, but not tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck it, man. It's been fucking 3 years. Fuck it, let it run. All right. You want the? You want to be reunited with the red palette?
This will be my palette forever, and then it's just gonna be the messed up, fucked one.
Oh fuck. So I don't know what I'm gonna paint if I'm being honest.
You know, that actually happened last episode on Paint 2. You just like give me like 10 minutes so I can figure out what I'm gonna paint, and yours still turned out much better.
Oops. We've got these. There was 3 of them. We have 2 of them. Paint.
It is paint.
That's the bit. That's why I named it paint because it's
Paint.
Oh yeah, sorry, I did the paint. Wait, is my okay? Yeah, you can see my face over the mic.
I see your face too.
Close enough.
Close enough, baby.
Some say not close enough, but I'm not some.
Did we grab pencils at all?
No, I was gonna kind of just go for it. I thought maybe, but
Yeah.
Do you want me to grab a pencil?
Maybe I would do it, except you're closer.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine.
All right.
Right, Peter. I'm there, Peter.
I won't do anything, so you don't have to.
Mosquito.
Yeah, I won't do anything, so you don't have to cut it. I'm actually going to be doing something. I'm pouring water into the red. And usually here's I'd apologize to Nate in advance. But I won't. I'm so high, Nate, I don't know what else to do about it. Derek. This is Life with Derek. It's still recording. It doesn't have a limit on it, does it?
If it does, it's 30, or when it dies. If so, we're at 15.
Cool. All right, but we wanted to talk. We wanted to talk about music because, like, we have one, we like it. Good job.
I was like, yay! One music.
But also, like, I think that's one of the topics that we both really like, but both have like a very different perspective and view on.
Yeah. I love how you can hear the train too.
The train's fucking badass.
I
Who
know.
doesn't like the train?
I agree, that's sick.
Fucking, you know, I'll send you another train horn, and you just boost that shit when it comes by.
Just throw the fucking distortion filter, the Greenbacher fucking ultimate distortion one where the line looks like this. It's just a fucking wall of sound, but not a bad person like Phil Spector.
Is Phil Spector a bad guy?
I don't remember what he did. I just remember he made the wall of sound, which I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just, quote, the wall of sound. I grabbed pencils and immediately just topped up with a Sharpie.
Fucking baby. Here's my tickets, which is a reference that I say all of the time just because I
Never. What?
I say, hey baby. I have
that. Yeah, that.
I want it. Here's my tickets. Like, it's a reference to Eldritch Journey's an episode of Ticket called Ticket Heist.
It looks like it's been on the shelf for a very long time. It's very dusty. Yeah! Yeah!
So,
Baby, here's my tickets. Let's go.
and that's the only episode you've heard, and it's the first episode of Hands of Dwellers, the worst one I ever did. The worst fucking one.
It's funny, that's where I started. They're like, oh, that's not where you start.
Start there. And then you constantly like, oh yeah, I know that podcast. It's the one where you go, eat, and everybody's watching the Royal Rumble in the background.
Jimbo looks over and says, "Eat!"
Yes.
Eat!
Yeah, Jimbo. Yep.
You got it, buddy.
It's pissing me off.
Eat!
Dude, yeah.
So
Oopsies.
oh, it's so good. I've listened to the worst one.
Well, if I thought that one was good, then imagine how Puzzle Valley is.
That's like if someone likes watching this right now and decides, oh, I'm going to like try even more. I'm gonna go watch the Over the Hedge video, which was our first one on the fucking channel.
Was that the first one we did together? I know we went through this like last week.
It was the first. You know, it was like
I thought-
it was
was
the
it
first
Harry
session.
Potter?
Harry Potter was the first one. It was the first session that we were in.
Yeah, because I thought the first video was 3D World Runner.
Yeah, maybe.
Shout out to fucking 3D World Runner.
I think that's the bit when I was doing. You so fucking sexy.
Yeah.
When you
When you
smile.
smile. That's right. Damn.
Heading
That
from
was
back
2018.
and drive you. Wow. That's 2018, right?
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's when you and Joe got on the show. It was basically me or me and Chris until 2018.
Oh my God, Chris.
Shout out Chris.
Boom boom gun.
Truck, boom, boom, gun. I was like, wow, that sounded like it. Of course it did. I'm the fucking narrator.
Well,
God damn.
That's the whole point we're referencing right now. Our art.
I know, but I was just like, wow, that sounded like it. And I'm like, of course it did. It's me. Like, that's me. Boy. Oh, dude, the train was supposed to get us on track because we're fucking derailed. We've not talked about music, like, other than talking about music.
True. Okay, we're getting into it, man. Leave me alone. But yeah.
So far, I've got this.
I got this. On both screens, it looks blank.
He actually has lines, though, but...
I mean, we're getting there.
Like at the train station today.
Oh, because I had to sprint 3 blocks?
Wait. No, I just wanted to turn. Stop. So it's lower, so it doesn't block more.
Ah.
No, not when you had to sprint 3 blocks when I gave you the ibuprofen, because you had to sprint 3 blocks, and you're like, you got a place I can crush this up? And I'm like, no.
It was in a little baggie, so it was like, hey, baby, check out this out the windshield. He's like, stop.
Yeah. Funny as shit.
I mean, I thought it was funny.
Funny joke.
It's a funny joke of you. Ha 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 ha.
I
But
was just starting to draw something. I'm like, wait, that's not something of mine, I guess.
I mean, like, something you. Yeah. You. Yeah, you.
You okay?
But we wanted to talk about music, and did you want to talk about like our own music? Because that is one.
Yeah. No,
that
that's what I wrote down. I was mainly only going to talk about my music, like just to not go on a tangent about Bones or Twisted or something.
Yeah, that's a good. That is one thing. Like we wanted to make sure we didn't go because music is infinite.
Sorry. I was saying this, so I don't ignore them, and I was looking at my reference photo.
Okay. Yeah. No. That's you just said sorry. That's the only reason.
Because you were looking at me while I was on my phone, like during the episode.
Oh no, just
I was trying to Yu-Gi-Oh you.
But beep beep bop. But music is infinite, and so for
Let me be clear.
to make sure that it was just like a more contained, we can get everything out that we wanted to say, we decided that we're gonna go with our own music, which is something that we know is about. I'm not a beat maker. I don't make a lot of music. There is some music that I have made for Public Journeys was what I was just gonna say. Puzzle Valley and Eldritch Journeys, which is the D&D game turned audio drama that I do. And a lot of the music from the beginning is a lot of the like beats I made or little tiny things on the piano that are pretty bad, but it evolved into like my love for music and my love for what it makes me feel and all this stuff. And then I started getting music done for the podcast Eldritch Journeys, which is this guy up here. Shout out to Jens who drew that all for me. A very big ask. Thank you. Best artist ever.
Very big ass.
Jens is kind of an...
I think I've seen a picture of their face like once, so I have no.
That's not
opinion.
true.
Twice.
Look at his background photo.
And then I spin the and it's Jen's. It's not, but
well, my lock screen is Eldritch Journeys.
yeah,
so...
that's been your lock screen for fucking ever.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing that I work on. It like really did evolve my love for music and art in general, and it.
We won't go into the deeper parts, but it also has saved your life many times.
Many times. I don't have to go.
Mental health is not a joke. Check in on your friends.
Green
Ask
Power
for help.
Ranger.
Talk about it.
Green Power Ranger, the most masculine man in the world, passed away sadly because of his own
Yeah, there's a lot of people, man.
battles.
Shit's real.
Exactly, and it's not.
Mental health. You can joke about stuff, but it isn't a joke.
There you go. That's it.
That's
Like we make suicide jokes all the time, but like we deeply care about like that issue. We really do.
Mhm.
And so, either way, everyone has one of those things. Like Eldritch Journeys is the thing that like keeps me going.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it to death, and I really don't want to go as far as we have mentioned, but still, it evolved the way that I think about music. It evolved the way that I think about the people who make music. It just it evolved everything. Jacoby's Lullaby was a majority of like little tiny beats that I made, and I like made light motifs, and I learned what light motifs were, and then it just spiraled into trying to figure out what synth VST to do, which I still don't know how to use Fruity Loops or anything. And at one point,
I know GarageBand and BandLab, like and Audition a little bit, but
yeah. I mean, I still make music for like Puzzle Valley 2000, more of the new stuff that I'm working on, but it is still such a. It's still like I can't grasp it right because maybe it's because I don't have the tools, maybe I don't have the opportunity to do it as often.
sometimes you got to look at it from a different way, or just like look up a video, honestly, because then you're like, oh, I was going in at like this whole approach, and now I need to do this one, you know. So it's like,
and that's the issue is just like sometimes I just don't have time, especially when I'm working on like other stuff. But as for the music, like I've learned a lot, and I'm getting better.
yes, same here. That's part of my topic too, is like my music, but same.
I mean, I got a way that I'll transition into that, which is in 2018.
You knew the bit I was gonna do, right? I was gonna go, you're trans.
That's a good bit. I love that bit.
Sorry.
My partner actually is not saying that I am, but they're like, "Oh, I thought you were." Yeah. Which is fine. I have nothing against that, but they were just like, "Oh no, I'm just comfortable
Wait,
with
can
my
you-
sexuality."
Can you beep into that real quick? Go like, "Bop, bop." Do it again. Why is yours so quiet? Did I fuck it?
Maybe.
I did fuck it up. Oops.
Okay.
Because it was like, it's a little bit undone. When I push it in, it stopped working.
I see.
Women.
Oh no. Anyway.
I got that.
No, don't cut it. Don't fucking
That's
cut
just
it.
a bit. I'm not.
I
anything
will
like
reference it later.
that. Fair.
That's not a bit. God, I am trying.
Not a
But
beat, just a bit.
in 2017 is when I started Eldritch Journeys, and I got a guy that we went to JJC with, the guy who did the Thunderstruck.
Yeah, I've got that video.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fucking put it right there, brother. But that guy, he did the music for Soulwood, and I used that, and he did a beautiful Thunderstruck. Everyone was like, they're like, that's stupid, dude. They're fucking amazing. He did Thunderstruck on the bagpipes.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, dude.
That was an absolute delight to be a part of, and anyone who says differently is a communist. I'm a communist.
The White's picture rises.
I'm a liberal, leftist, cuckold, communist, whatever they fucking say, Antifa. I get that all the time. I'm sorry, but
We won't let Antifa in here.
sorry about that. But 2017 is when I started Soulwood, and I've been doing Eldritch Journey since 2017, and I'm doing the Soulwood theme for that, and then Jacoby's Lullaby was Claudia Macula. And then Handsome Dwellers was, God, I follow him on Twitter. It's right here. I took a screenshot and gave it to you, Nate. But throughout that, I learned how to do more music. And by 2019, I was so confident in my ability to make music that I decided to do Season of the Cursed and wanted to do a musical.
So what's under the bed?
Season of the Cursed.
The last time we did this episode, we talked about Season of the Curse, so I don't want to stay with it for too long, but I want to specifically talk about the music.
Yeah.
And in 2019, when we put it out, we were pretty confident. I think we're still pretty confident on that front.
There's some parts we could have done differently, or even to this day probably fuck with, but I think it was good.
No, I think it was fantastic. I'm legitimately proud of my work, and that's something that hasn't happened to me for a long time. So good on me. That's all I can say about that. But at the time, were you how'd you compare between 2019 Season of the Cursed doing the music versus when we did a screening of Season of the Cursed recently, courtesy of my friend Tim E. Blaze, and then Tim Blaze if you're actually Tim, but and Adele Dalton, who helped us do the screening.
This time of year is more special than you would believe. Built for winding down horror and scare.
It was so validating for me to actually watch that in front of everybody.
Yeah, that was really fun. I was kind of nervous about it at first, but then just not that nobody cared, but everybody was just kind of hanging out. Everybody just kind of hey, what's up? It's the dude. It's that guy. But it was just really cool seeing it on the big screen with people like Ed that hadn't seen it yet. That refused to see it.
Literally, okay, I won't. Eddie won't watch this, but I showed the Season of the Curse. I tried to show Season of the Curse to Eddie in Discord back in 2019 when it released. He could not get through the first 5 minutes of it. Could not.
Not because it's bad, just because he sees us as DJ and Nate, not like people acting on a screen.
Yeah, and he just said it was so cringy to do that. He just has a weird thing about it.
That's fucking so funny to me. I don't know.
So this year, I invited him to a Halloween screening. I didn't tell him what we were going to be watching. I just told him some friends were going to have a screening in Tim's backyard.
Yep.
Or Tim's brother's backyard. And so when he showed up, I was like, don't tell Eddie. It's Season of the Curse.
Dude, I didn't know that till I got there. I knew it was Season of the Curse, but I didn't know that Eddie didn't know anything about it until I got there. Like, oh yeah, don't say anything about it to Eddie. He doesn't know. I'm like, what?
Exactly. I just didn't want. I wanted to keep it it was so validating to force Eddie to watch it, first of all, because Eddie is such a fucking. I don't want to call him a film snob or anything. I love Eddie. I'm also a film snob, but sometimes he's just like, I can't watch that. I won't watch that. I refuse to watch that, even if it's fun. I'm not going to watch that.
But to his credit, he was like, okay, that was better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
did a good job. That was good.
Yeah, like...
And then he's like, be 100% right now. Did you guys fuck during the filming of Season of the Curse?
I do love his comments.
Dude, the whole time he's just like, no way, y'all. It's like, please.
When the first thing came up... Oh. It stopped. Don't worry. Yeah, it stopped. You want to hit it back? Yeah, we're checking that out. I'll switch to this camera for a second. But when we did the screening, and the first ding 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 popped up, I just heard Eddie go motherfucker, which was so fucking good. And then the comments during the filming or during some of the scenes were just like so good. At one point, he like when Nate's pushing my head under the bed, Eddie's just like, did y'all fuck?
Not like in a bad way, but that just with that already ending once, we should pick up the pace on some of it, but just not in a bad way. Just
nah.
I hate that fucking car that drives by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Well,
we got a number 1 victory royale.
Oh yeah, we're about to get down. Get down.
Dude, I was playing Fortnite with Kayla yesterday, and I sang that, and she goes, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Fuck, dude."
I mean, she's right though. At the same time.
Yeah, it's funny though.
What songs do you think you could have done better if we had done? Because I think we'll both have the same answer for it, to be honest. Even though I do love it at the same time.
Venture?
Yeah, 100%. Because like we didn't do anything really to mix our vocals.
That and we just ran it. Like with the second we kind of got it, we're like, "That's good."
Yeah, and we were like, "Oh, this is really good," and then we didn't really do much else with it. We kind of just
yeah, just kind of sent it. Like I still like it, but obviously, yeah, we could have done it better. But we could still reprise stuff for funsies, though. If we wanted.
I plan on doing a reprise of Venture. I just like in Venture how the whole point of the song is like you got to try something new even if you're gonna fail at it.
Yeah.
And then
we bombed.
I don't think
I know we bombed. I know shit posting,
but that's so fucking funny. But because of that, we got better.
Yeah.
First off. And in the chorus of the song, where it kept going back to the ukulele, the first 2 times you hear that little like,
yeah.
The first time you hear those 2 times, the audio is baked. The audio is absolutely baked on those 2 ukuleles. But at the end of the song, it's crystal clear and it sounds good, that ukulele strings. And I like how it goes like, oh, you're bad at it chorus, bad at it chorus, and at the end it's good, because that's the whole point. So I like that in that way. But objectively, our vocals are bad.
Yeah.
The issue.
Oh, fuck. All right. I'm going to pick something from mine from the first one, I think, real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so real quick, because we were talking about like GarageBand and whatever else and making our own music. I've made music and like whatever else for this career for like forever, just fucking around. And then for like school projects and everything, I would always do whatever. So for college, I made some music for, we talked about this before, Carmen Castro. I made a song for her. That's how we became friends, because we liked each other's thing from Shelly's class. And it was a song that I did for mine. But so I've done different music with like keyboards and guitars and my own voice, etc. for a long time in GarageBand and just not recording, you know. But recently I was like, I got to get back into it. I don't have GarageBand on a computer that I want to use, and I don't want to pay for anything else. So not sponsored. I used BandLab, and it's this thing where it's like GarageBand sort of thing, but it's free.
Censor that until they pay you.
True. And it's like online, internet based, but it's free and it has like effects and everything like GarageBand, and it's really really fun. So I tried to make a couple instrumentals a couple months ago, and it went well. But I was using my own stuff, and they aren't bad. I like them still. But I was just like, man, I'm not feeling these as much as I should be. I made like two, I think, and then I did a couple songs, like lyric rap stuff over it. And what do you call it? I lost my train of thought, so it's epic.
You're using BandLab?
Yeah, so I did two songs real quick, and then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try to make some more instrumentals. And when I did it, I was looking up a video on how to do it, something like that. And I found out that BandLab has a gigantic fucking royalty-free loop sample library, and I'm like, yeah. And it's organized by like different categories of genre, etc. And there's anyone's, so you just drag them in, and then you can drag the effects and stuff, and the effects sound really good. And it's just pretty easy to use. So anyway, I made one instrumental that was we can just throw it up on the screen wherever it's going, and it was this cover, and it was called "Reaching for Home." It was the first one I did, and it came out as a single, just instrumental, and I was really stoked on it. I sent it to him and Joe, and they listened to it, and they're like, "Yeah, it was pretty good." And I did end up changing that one for the real song. I put a break in the middle when I.
What song is that?
The one with my hand reaching, the first instrumental I did with BandLab.
Okay.
But I did that test one, and I really liked the sound, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. I'm gonna make a ton more of these tomorrow because it was late as shit. So I woke up the next day, and then I did like 4 instrumentals. But for that, like next week, every day I would make like anywhere from like one at least a day, but I would go from like 2 to 5-ish instrumentals, and I did like 11 songs right off, and then I'm like, awesome. So I started. I'm like, all right, I'm putting this out as an instrumental album. So I found each song, and while listening to it, I will cross back to this at the end of album covers. I take photos always, like in my mind as an album cover. So I just have all these photos that I have saved, and I'm like, oh, I remember what I wanted that. So I made each song on the instrumental its own single cover with no words on. I don't think on any of them, maybe one, and then I put them all out one by one with a video for it too, not like a video. And then at the end, all of them are on the cover of the album cover of the compilation. I've got 30 songs I did in like a week, all instrumentals. But then after that, I took the first 11 songs and turned them into full songs with me on them, singing, rapping, whatever. And I haven't got to put those out yet, but I have Volume 2 and Volume 3 done of that, and out of those, Volume 2 is my favorite, because you heard a couple of them. Like, the only people that have heard them, honestly, are my parents, because my dad listened to the instrumental album in his car for a while, and then my actual one, the first, like, test of it, they've listened to, and they liked it. I know they're objectively my parents, but...
Look at my parents, dog. They hate shit. They hate everything about me, man.
Man, fuck your parents, dude.
I agreed, but I'm just saying, like, they aren't just liking
yeah,
it because they're your parents.
exactly. I'm just saying objectively, somebody's like, oh, it's your parents, of course, but, like, they'd be like, nah, man, that shit don't slap. So, but that's been very fun, and, like, just... the people that listen to me are like, dude, this is really cool. And the videos I've been doing when I use my own music, I put out a couple in the background from Volume 1, but most of them has just been shit from Volume 2 and 3 that no one's heard. And it's like, link in the bio for instrumental. That shit's nowhere because I haven't put it out. So, like, the one for Pumpkin Reap Slays the Halloween show this year, the intro for that was just called a file from November 2021 I did with BandLab when I first tried it, called like Stutter Game Boy, and I liked it, and it just happened to kind of sound spooky when it changes, and that's that. And then the outro song is track 7 on Volume 2, and it's called as of right now, the original name of it is called Accordion to Plan, like according to plan, because I made this awesome song, like instrumental. And then at the very end of it, when I was scrolling through stuff in the sample library, I was just stuck on a giant block of fucking accordions. I'm like, who the fuck wants to use an accordion? No one. But as the song was done, I'm like, fuck it. I bet I can throw an accordion sound in there and make it sound awesome. I did, and it's like at a certain spot in the song when it, like, each little bar as it repeats, it's there with like a reverb and some saturation and shit, and some tremolo where it goes left to right. And it totally ties the song together. It ties the song together. Just do medicine, go down. It ties the song together. And so I called it, instead of according to plan, I called it accordion to plan. And that's the outro song that I've been using for Punkin' Replays.
And that's
off volume 2. But like, it's been my own music, and it's been getting people like, yo, dude, the instrumental for the end of that song is really cool. Like, again, Kayla was like, dude, every time the little instrumental comes on and that I do a little dance, I'm like, dude, that's funny, that's awesome. Like, I could have just never released that and never had that like little conversation.
Not to spoil anything, but like you showed me, what was that verse what, like version 2 or version 1 of a song. I won't spoil anything.
Okay, you mean
Yes.
the Water Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I did kind of show you V1, 2, and 3, but I did 3 versions of a song for a different project that I have.
And it's really good. I really like it.
Thank you. I gotta reach. I guess if I reach week V1 and be V4, but I would put it out as V1. But
V1's pretty good. I like V1 too.
dude, the bass is so good in it. I just gotta fix the vocals in it.
Where's my phone? I'm not gonna play it or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
no one has it. It's one copy right there.
Snapchat.
Can you take a hammer to the hard drive real quick?
No, but I'm just gonna put a video right here. Like, I was listening to that song whilst, like, in my head, my camera's zooming in on this little
I got you.
thing here.
Where'd it go?
And I was like, oh my god, and like that's in my background as I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah, and then it's right at my desk because that's how I do the shit. You're like, man, I can imagine being high and listening to this, and that'd be really cool. I'm like, how the fuck you think I made it?
But it's really good, and not to spoil anything, but Nate and I have been working on Puzzle Valley together for 3 years, and it's recently done, almost going to be done. I'm literally working on it right now.
Literally working? He's working?
I finished this second edit recently, which means I'm moving on to the third edit, which is the end. And so there's a thing that I asked Nate to do for me at the end of it, song related, and the song's not done yet, and I'm sure you talked about releasing like other versions of it later.
Oh yeah, an alternate version, because one, I put the chorus 10 seconds later than it should have been, so I put the second verse and the next chorus 10 seconds later, and I had all other lines that I had ad-libbed in it that they didn't fit when I removed the stuff around, and also just because they didn't fit. So I want to do my version of it, and then there'll be like the Puzzle Valley version of it, basically.
Yeah, and I was listening to it on repeat when I was doing the edit, because that's how I work with soundtracks. That's what I love about it. And it was I was just really good. Like, I was genuinely, I hope this doesn't sound wrong, I was genuinely like, wow, that was really good.
No, you don't want to think your friends are going to put shit out, but when they put something really good out, you're like, fuck.
Which is kind of the validation I'm hoping for when Puzzle Valley is over.
Yeah, exactly. The people that have watched it though, even when we were hanging out with Tim and Adele and them, he's like, yeah. Tim was like, it was kind of cool. It was really cool for me. I won't undersell this at all. It was really cool because we were all gonna, and and Tim's like, so like we had already said hi, I'm Nate and everything, but he's like, this is kind of weird for me because I've had this sort of pseudo relationship with you over the last however long, listening to Puzzle Valley and whatever else through DJ, and now I'm finally meeting you and talking with you in real life, but I feel like I've known you for a long time because it's just like the personality and how you edit shit and send it out there, and then if he watches my own stuff too, which I don't remember if he does or not.
Me
replays?
Or Tim?
No, Tim.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember what he did right before the screening?
I was high.
Okay. So during the screening, Tim did this really funny good bit where he searched both our channels for Halloween.
I remember, but I don't remember what videos.
He used a couple Minecraft videos from you.
Yeah.
And then he used the one where it's time to duel, but with me and you.
Yeah. The
on
Yugi
screen.
clip.
It's time to duel.
Then he also used a Halloween skit that I did several years ago.
Dude, that's like my favorite video.
And then I remember Eddie when Tim surprised me. I heard Eddie in the back. He's like, "Thank God you're you, because if this was me, I'd kill myself." In a room filled with people watching my own content.
Dude, he's so wild.
I love Eddie to
fuck
death.
yeah, dude.
I make fun of Eddie, and me and him disagree on a lot of things. I love Eddie to death. He's like one of my best friends and a really good content creator if he would
Dude.
just fucking do it.
Yeah, when he joins shit, like when he, I won't spoil it then. When he joins shit and is on Elder Journeys in general, he's always really funny. Like, yeah, actually, I guess we can tangent into this a little bit for Puzzle Valley. I was kind of dry at playing Puzzle Valley-ish because I just am not good with, like, the role-playing stuff. I can act, I can do whatever, but, like, when it's role-playing in a game like that, I'm just like, for no reason. But then I watched 1 or 2 episodes, and I heard Eddie, the way he would do shit. He would be like, I cast a magical fist that just wraps around my hand, and I throw it out the window, and then I fly through the window down the street to where I have to go. And then when I get there, this happens. And I was like, you can do that?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, DJ, you could just do this? And he's like, well, yes and no. You have to roll for initiative, and the DM kind of decides. But yeah, you could pitch whatever you want. And I'm like, oh, bet. And the next episode was like, it's a grenade bit. From my character's point of view, could I also add something in since I have a bag of tricks?
Yes. What do you want to add?
While the twins are getting away, I'm trying to help Kane, and then I quickly say, hold on, and I pull out 2 industrial grade, they look like bath bombs, but they're smoke bombs, and a lighter, and I fucking light one, and I whip it towards the parking lot as close as I can to where the twins are getting away at. I don't know where we're at positionally, but like just somewhere that way, and then I light one where we are, and I just like set it down. So then there's 2 industrial grade smoke bombs going off, one near the parking lot just creating a smoke screen blocking the view from the train station to the parking lot, and then one just filling the train station with smoke.
The grenade, which is really fucking good, by the way.
And you won't say what episode it is or whatever, but you could tell, I guess, by seeing that when I learned how to play the game a little bit.
Exactly, and like
a little bit more freely, I guess to say.
And I was excited for you because like you were very nervous about going forward with that. And I'll say this, and I don't mean to like cause any shame or anything, because I have a lot of friends who aren't like super into D&D and don't like are scared to join because they don't know how it works and all this jazz.
Oh, dude, I had no idea. Like, I knew what D&D was, but when you're like, yeah, you want to do a campaign with me or whatever, I'm like, yeah, dude, that sounds sick.
I needed you to be in that campaign as the person that you are, to me, like one of my good best friends. The whole point of Puzzle Valley is this whole like existential thought I had one day that every moment is destined to become not so long ago.
Yeah.
And I was just noticing that our friends were drifting apart more and more.
I mean, right now, we're living an example of that.
Yeah. When you see this, that moment passed, baby.
But that too, but I mean, like, the first paint was February 6th. The dates are on the back of this. It's February 6th, 2020. So, and now we'll date it, December 16th, 2022. There's been a pandemic,
baby.
We've both moved a couple times. A lot of shit has happened.
Some for good, some for hot help.
So much for bad, but also so much for good. Like, I've met a lot of people. I've stepped out of my comfort zone in a lot of different things, and I'm just not the line has been stuck in my head from Bloodhound Gang, from their not last album, but their most recent album, which is almost 10 years old now already too. There's a line in that album where it says, you need to not give a shit a little more.
Yeah.
Yesterday, tomorrow's not here and yesterday's gone. It's 1:30 fucking with the caps lock on.
That's fucking
So it's just stuck in my head. You need to not give a shit a little more. And I'm like, you right. It doesn't mean like, I'm going to drive my car drunk at 80 miles per hour. Fuck you if you do that. Just be like, oh, should I do this? Should I make this green? Should I make this orange? What are they going to think? Do what you think. Do what you want.
Exactly. That's why the cassette.
Do you.
That's why the cassette voice filter is going on right now still.
Yeah, that's why it just came back on for this sentence. Oh, look at the background. See that picture of me?
Yeah.
I was like fucking 10. Throw the camouflage fucking hydrocephalic head picture of Nate up there. That's not a diss at hydrocephalic people. It's literally people born with water on their brain, their heads are bigger like that. That's literally, when I was like 10, I took that fucking, the photo booth filter of that. So I was making shitpost memes literally forever.
Listen, man.
Since we're kind of showing each other this time, we're both doing.
What?
We're supposed to do it.
No. I wasn't doing
1, 2. Oh.
You see how I did over that? I'm sorry.
I thought you were just doing the color, and then you were just gonna like hard outline.
You don't know me. Don't look at my drawing.
You don't know what I got.
I didn't look at yours.
Uh-oh.
When you were like, since we're kind of showing each other, like, you've been looking.
I'm not trying to. I'm just looking at my paper and everything else and out the window because it's open.
No worries. No whammies. Don't worry. I'm not done anyway. It's cool.
Water.
You're a cool baby.
The stack of Mr. Beast.
I mean,
I put tap water in
man,
this.
Nate, there's a VHS filter on. Like, this, Nate, look away. It's okay.
But it looks
no,
so cool.
I'm looking
It's
at
so
you.
crisp.
I'm looking at you, Nate, editing right that. You know right now.
All
Don't
right.
worry about this, Nate.
I will give you a middle. This one is nothing. When it cuts to this one, it's VHS and cassette. Because it's going to be arguably shittier anyway. Off a rip, I think so, because that's genuine 4K, and then that one's 4K.
You know, I'll take that.
Okay,
That's a good.
all right.
That's a good editing
fine,
style.
yeah.
It's good.
Because I mean, when it pans back to it, it adds a little tone to it. I
that's
won't make it.
fun.
I won't make it like jarringly cut.
Just
You
make
know,
it nice.
but like
Just
it's
a vibe.
like
is
a
what
nice
I'm
warm
after.
sort of VHS.
I'm after the vibe. That's what I
Same.
like.
The
Good.
whole time we were setting up lights. No, that's a vibe. And I'm like, yes, I agree. I don't disagree with that talk. It was just funny. I'm like, yeah.
I liked that. I mean, ever since we did Season of the Cursed and we did the What's Under the Bed, and that's my favorite scene,
Dude, that
because
whole...
it is a vibe.
I'm not even sure what that means. As a guy, I'm not allowed to cry, but that's the fucking tea. You know what? I'm spooky too, and it's causing me to...
I love that one, dude.
Your room is a vibe. Like that. Like Nate's very good at decorating and like having a vibe.
We talked about my decorating style earlier. As you guys can see from maybe that shot, but this one for sure, I hang up one or two things, and I see how much stuff I can put on those things until they reach each other, and then put more stuff on that with only like two things securing it. So those ICP unicorns that were from Goodwill with Sharpie, those are holding up everything you see above me. Except for like the other paintings, and like this one is actually two screens, which has a bunch of my split photography work on it, which I just never have it on. It's got sesh blocks on it and some other shit, and then it's got the Young World Punkinnonstop collaboration mask on it. There's just a bunch of shit. That's a rug.
That's a rug.
That's a fucking rug, dude.
I love that.
I was on the floor. Sissy loved that rug for like a week. She's like, he got this for me, my cat. And she's notorious for just vomiting on things I love on the floor. So I hung it up.
Me.
I was so hungry.
I'm so hungry, John.
So in the terms of paint, it's not a contest, but it just is for the bit. In the terms of paint, you're winning. I have put 0 drops of paint and more on my arm than on there, because I was showing him a little bit more about how to do watercolor before we started, and I had to do it on my arm because I didn't want to do it anywhere else. But the point, that's also wearing black pants, watercolor, never see it. Not like it doesn't wash out. We went off a little bit, y'all.
I mean, you're right, but at the same time,
fuck it.
I'm not
That's the
done.
thing. You need to not give a shit a little more.
Yes.
Because I'm
That's
like,
why
oh, we're
it's
not
a
on the topic.
vibe.
We're not on the topic. And
That's
it's like,
why it's a vibe right now.
yeah, exactly.
But
talking about our own music, I think is a pretty good wrap, at least. If you
I
have
just
anything else to say.
real quick, I just wanted to say, because I play coy with Tim. I just wanted to say,
Yeah, that's what made me go off. Was that?
that was
cool.
Yeah, I wanted to play because I play I play coy with Tim whenever I'm talking to him, but it really means a great deal every time he talks to me about my content.
Yeah, I didn't try to downplay it to him at all either. I was just like, real. I'm like, okay, I don't know how to respond to this, but like, I just wanted to like, this is genuinely really fucking cool. Like, one, that you watch, and two, that like, just you have that. Like, you know, like how, example, like I watch Ludwig and I like know all his inside jokes and stuff like that, and I have this like thing that I do when I go to watch it, you know, like it's a certain thing to do at night and everything, and you just have that connection with that person, though they don't know you. But just like that sort of relationship, not that it's that same dynamic, but for him to have that sort of idea of like watching me but never meeting or talking to me, and like sort of feeling like he knows me, like that's cool, man. I love that. That's the shit I love. That's what I want to do this stuff for, to make people feel something other than nothing.
Can I have a Sharpie? I don't know, did you want to use it?
I can just grab another one.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
That was a good Steve-O impression you just did. Okay, but I didn't want to. I just want to. It means the world to me every time Tim reaches out and tells me that he listened to Puzzle Valley, especially because Puzzle Valley means so fucking much to me. As Nate would probably tell you, it's one of those things that kept me going. It was my therapy for a lot of it, like coming up with these characters, talking about the theme of like all my existential dread. Nate was definitely a part of that and helped me through it. He may not understand what I meant by a lot of the stuff in the in the show, but it means a whole lot to me. And Tim mentioning that he listens, likes it a lot, and then talks to me about it, it means the world to me. I just can't talk about my own stuff without feeling like a narcissist. So
yes, but then if like they're actually interested, then I don't think like that. Cause like I'm like I don't want to talk about myself too much. You know, you have your own life, you have your own aspirations and shit. Like tell me to shut the fuck up, you know. But like if they're actually like, hey dude, what are you doing with the channel? Like how do you do this? You know, this is really cool or whatever. Like of course I'm gonna talk about it. Like why not?
but I can't ever tell. I can never tell if people are actually interested or if they're just being nice.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time in years where I'm actually like proud of my own content, which is before I'm like, please don't fucking go watch my McDonald's review of the McDonald's movie for Thanksgiving.
Wait. You're not talking about like the McDonald's VHS series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day, dude. That fucking video was awesome.
What? Hello?
Morning, sunshine.
What do you want this time?
Just to talk. Only this time I can't for long.
What, you got Psychos Anonymous?
What? You got YouTube Hacks Anonymous? That's you. That's what you sound like.
I'm like, I don't want someone who doesn't know me to watch that. Like,
Did I grab a brown Sharpie in the dark out there?
I love that.
Fuck yeah. Well, I can use it for that. So it's fine.
But like, that's what I'm talking about. I just cannot. Some of my shit is cringy. Like, don't go listen to Soulwood. Don't listen to Handsome Dwellers. Listen to Coral Castle, and then loop back if you like it that much.
Or if you want, you can start at Puzzle Valley.
Puzzle Valley is very good, but at the same time, I started Puzzle Valley right after Soulwood, so you literally see the evolution of my audio quality over the course of 3 years.
Yeah.
And like the finale, baby, is so fucking epic, and I use that word specifically because that was, to get off of Puzzle Valley and back onto music. Please listen to Puzzle Valley, though. It means the fucking world. Like, me and Nate cried during it. Like, it's...
And we have it on our skin, if that, like, says anything. Like, before it even came out at all. We got these last November.
Yeah.
And it came out, 3 months ago? It started airing,
yes,
3 months ago?
Yes, it started airing, like...
Was it on your birthday it started airing?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Because I wanted Doorman to be out.
And you're like, fuck it.
I said, Puzzle Valley's coming.
Yeah.
Speaking of Puzzle Valley and ending on that and moving on to the next part, Nick literally just messaged me and said, hey, what pants did we decide Dean wears?
Oh, shit. Like I said, if you're basing it off of me, just black jeans.
Would cargo pants work? We're trying to make them more class clown for this image.
Class clown? I mean...
Cargo pants, does that work?
I can show you a pair of pants I have in my closet that are really cool. They're like so... Unless they're drawing right now, I can...
They are drawing right now.
Fuck! I'll just come back in with them on. I stepped through the futon, dude.
That's very fucking funny. Well, if you're listening to this, Nick, we're talking about the text you've just sent us and how I'm trying to figure this out because he's a class clown. But he's also kind of dapper. Here's the image of Dean on screen. We liked the bow tie idea for a class clown, but the white button-up makes him look like a waiter, so we're trying to do something a little bit funny. Fortnite, we're about to get down.
$10 in the board right now. Just took out myself. That's a suicide joke.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Hold on a second.
Dude, yeah, these are sick. I have a black and white, like, really cool stripe. I can just stand up if you want to take a picture of me standing. So
no, I'm just going to send a Snapchat.
Well, yeah, of me standing just so that you can show them what it looks like from the front. They're actually drawing like...
Yeah, so these are the pants he's talking about, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get up and...
Do your thing, baby girl. What am I paying you for?
Look at this. Hopefully you can just put that...
Shein, I think. don't remember.
Hopefully you can just understand.
Oh, my spine.
My spine!
I didn't even realize it was in the camera. Alright, this is at 27 minutes, so
I'm gonna send that to Nick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. I think we're rolling pretty good.
Yeah, this is fun. It can be long.
We're just at about an hour, so that's not like shit. We had like a 45 and a 30 for the other one.
Yeah, I mean,
and a lot more downtime too.
yeah, exactly.
Because like I'm gonna cut some silence and whatever out of here too, obviously. But
yeah, you're good. Like we're having a fun time. Just let us have a fun time. That's how I feel.
just let us have a fun time, Nate. Fuck. One fucking day, without bringing up a death or the want to die or some horrible disease. Like just shut the fuck up for once.
What's that from? Is that from something?
No, it's me just riffing right now.
Oh shit, man! You want to talk about that?
No, just like people have said that as a joke, and then I'm like, wait, really? And they're like, no, I'm just kidding. Like, God, you're always so down. I'm like, wait, really? They're like, yeah. They're like, oh, you whispering is so depressing shit. And I'm like, do I? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, no, I'm kidding. I'm like,
oh, okay. I was gonna say like the most you get upset is when something doesn't work and you get super fucking passive aggressive, and you're like, wow. Every time I turn on Discord, something updates. I bet I can turn it off right now, and I turn it back on, and it'll update again.
Why is it delayed? Am I having a fucking stroke? Because it should have started right away. What's under the... I'm aggravated now, so I have to not sound aggravated.
Cancel it. Why does it have to bounce through it if I want to cancel it already? Because the fucking game audio's on, so it's just gonna be ass.
I like ass.
Will that be for here to go? Bang, 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 bang.
that was at 5 o'clock tonight, dude.
Exactly. Like that's the most you get, but like you're cool. You're cool,
yeah, dude. You're fucking okay.
I love you, man.
Love you too, dude. Bit alert.
That's a bit.
And then DJ's like, it's not a bit. You always do that on the show. You're like, it's not a bit.
It's not a bit. Take it back, though.
Take it back, though?
One hop this time. I mean, kind of to wrap up our own music, because, like, Eldritch Journeys, Puzzle Valley, like, Season of the Curse.
Available now, link below. That's what I was waiting for. Yeah. We have CDs of it, signed and numbered by us. And Punkinnonstop logo pins. Those were so fucking expensive, and only DJ and Grimm's dad bought one. Fucked up. That's fucked up.
Don't worry, Nick.
They're fucking, like... They're like, I'm even gonna lower the price because I said they were $10 plus shipping. I'm gonna make them like $5 or $7 plus like $3 shipping. It's like $10 for a real enamel pin.
Nick says they wanted one, but
oh yeah, I thought so, but I just didn't know.
Yeah, no, but I understand it because I want to make Puzzle Valley and Eldritch Journeys merch, but I don't want to pay out of pocket for it. So
I did mine in a pay in 4 plan, even though I don't have the money.
Here we are. Yeah, so if y'all could just like fork up the fucking money though right now.
Dude, on eBay I made like $80 last night, and then it's like $66 for you're paying for, and I'm like, not the pens, no. It was literally last night I made $80 and 60 went out right away. 66. I'm like, fuck.
Oh. See, I also want to point out, I do have friends who subscribe to my Patreon, Jens, Adele, Tim, and I know they care because they love me. So I appreciate that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we put a lot of work into our stuff, and sometimes we need recognition because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, like for the most part, like I would do this stuff if nobody watched, like, but like you want to get your message out and you want to feel like it's worth something sometimes. Like, you feel like it's worth something, but you want it to feel like it matters to somebody else other than you. And when you see that it does, it's really cool. Lil Bub, you gotta perk the fuck up right now.
You can just toss that, bitch.
No, I was fucking around.
Okay, cool. But, and like, I do Puzzle Valley and Eldritch Journeys because I love it. Like, that's just it. I would continue even if no one gave a shit, is the problem. So, I'm not saying that I need the money to continue. I'm just saying, would be nice. Yeah. Would be nice. Would make things easier. Would be nice. Because I am legitimately good at it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm good
it's okay.
at it.
It's like the shit that we do, like
and
in my perspective, like even before I had a degree, I could do the same quality shit. And like we're good at what we do. We're professionals. I say professionals, but I'm like we are. Like we do it for a living. We do it for fun. Like we know what the fuck we're talking about. So it's like we shouldn't underplay ourselves or undercut what we could get. Like it's like this cut took me 2 hours. How's $5 sound, man? Dude, yeah. It's like somebody's like, you want $100 for that? I'm like, what? Like when I did something for Sterling, the guy who does my tattoos.
Shout out to Sterling.
Sterling's Tattoos Instagram. Check him out. I was pointing down here, but the camera's up there. And they're epic. I made a couple decals for him as a test or whatever. And he's like, how much? And I'm like, this much. And then he's like, no, you're good. And he sent me like $10, $10 or $15 extra. And I'm like, oh, dude, what? I'm like, it wasn't that much work for this. He's like, no, dude, you do a lot of shit and you're really good at what you do and you're cool. I'm like, you give me the time of day. So I'm like,
tattoo artists, thank you. Tattoo artists understand that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I tip him too on shit. Like it's like if it's a $30 whatever, I'll give him 50. I think that's what he did. It was like $20 and he gave me 40 or something. So I'm like, oh shit.
They fucking get it. Is the thing. They
people that make shit like this, like arts and crafts and even doing tattoos and stuff, they understand. Yeah.
Like the most respect I get are from other creatives, and that's because
sometimes
they
the
understand.
Worst though.
Why?
Sometimes people, because they think they're better than everyone. They think they're a better creator.
True.
And it's the best and the worst. If you get around real people that do it like we do, it's like it's fucking awesome. It feels like you're just hanging out with friends and whatever like that. Like everybody wants to help each other. And then there's other ones where it's just like, oh. They're just like that. And
they think it's a competition, and I'm also in that boat. There's a lot of YouTubers and YouTube channels and podcasts I don't listen to because I feel bad, and I'm like, I'm not that good, so I get mad at myself, and I'm like, I don't know, but like respect to all these YouTubers and all these people who make the content. Like, shout out to my boy Jason Drake in New Zealand who makes the Podzilla podcast, which he goes through every movie with his brother Micah, and they review the podcast, and not the podcast. sorry, Jason, but they review.
It's 11:11.
Hey, make a wish, and I'm gonna whisper it into the thing, but enough so Nate can't hear it.
I wish Nate would kiss me right now.